Hi guys, James again at Bespoke, and just thought I'd come back on camera and just share with you a few bits and pieces that I've been looking at for quite a while now, but I think I've now placed it. We are installing a nice edgy kit into a Signature Edition striker, and I don't know if you ever come across the issue where you get you'll cock the rifle and then you'll pull the trigger and it won't fire, then you'll pull it either a little bit harder or you'll pull it again and the gun will fire. Now what I've actually placed it down to is Aries quality control, simply enough. I put a post about this up on the group page as well. So when you open the trigger box in the Aries striker, you'll notice the two Sears sit on a set of pins. Now, I don't know if you've ever noticed that those pins always seem a little bit loose. Now this will be down to Aries quality control and bits and pieces like that, yada yada yada. So what I've actually found is that adding a couple of shims to the top of the Sears when you've got the trigger box open actually stops a side to side movement. So with the edgy Sears, I knew when fitting the Sears are perfect. He's added more material so that the trigger pull and everything pulls the Sear down a little bit further, and he's added a slight bit more on the top of the Sear to stop it slam firing as well. So I knew the Sears were perfect. I've actually been talking about edgy with this on Facebook as well. The Sears are perfect, but I was still getting the issue, so I was looking at it a little bit further. So what must have been happening is the Sears, when they're sat in line with the piston like this in the trigger box, there's a slight movement. So when you're pulling the trigger, I think you're getting a bit of horizontal movement on the pins where the Sears can either twist or turn. Quick fix for this, and they fit perfectly, is AEG gearbox shims. I don't know if you'll see that, but these are 0.3s that I was using, and all I did was open the trigger box, added a couple of shims onto the pins on the top of the Sears as they're set in the trigger box, and what it does is it closes the gap when the trigger box is screwed together. It closes the gap in the Sears so the Sears can't move or wobble enough to cause that problem. So as soon as I fitted that, put the gun together, did a few tests with different size shims, making sure I get it perfect. When you do yours, if you have this issue, I think I was using Ultimate Sears by ASG. You get like a pack, you get 10 0.15 and 10 0.3, so just have a play with it, get it perfect. Obviously if you're putting shims onto the trigger Sears pins and you're noticing that when you're pulling the bolt back it's not catching at all, what that basically means is it's too tight, and as the piston's coming over the Sear that holds the piston, as it's being pushed down, because the shims are holding it so tight, it won't come up quick enough to grab the piston. So just recalibrate it, change your shims out, get it perfect so you've got enough up and down free movement but there's no side to side movement. So I just thought I'd share that with you there. I'm going to keep building this Signature Edition, and once I've got it together I'm going to show you on camera before it goes to the customer, because people have actually pre-ordered these Signature Editions. So yeah, I'll be back in a bit.